Hey everyone, welcome back. This is going to be lesson 30 of Conquering Algebra 2. In this concept, or in this lesson in your book, there are a couple of other things that they talk about in the beginning of the lesson that we're going to skip over. It's really geometry stuff. They talk about deductive reasoning. They talk about the top 10 postulates that Elucid came up with. And we're going to kind of skip over all of that. I do recommend when our book does start having you do proofs, which should be coming soon, I believe, I would put a sticky note or something on that page just so you can quickly refer back to those postulates. But I know that we already learned those in geometry, so we're going to skip over that. There were a couple of things that I did want to hit. The first one is talking about vertical angles and how we know vertical angles are congruent. We know the angles B and D are congruent, and now we're going to prove it. We know that D and C together equals 180 degrees because this is a straight line. We also know the angles B and C are congruent. Not congruent, they equal 180 degrees, they're supplementary. Okay, so because we know this, we see that the C is the same in both of these equations and 180 is the same in both of these equations. So that means that B and D must be the same number in order for this to be a true statement both times that we work it out. So that's how we know with math how we can prove that vertical angles are congruent. And the second concept that I want to cover is talking about alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles when we're dealing with a transversal. So here we see that angle A and angle B are both the obtuse angles and they're both on the inside. So the way that we describe the relationship between angle A and angle B is they are alternate because they're on opposite sides of this transversal line. So they're alternate, and then they're interior because they're both on the inside. They are not on the outside. So we have alternate interior angles, and alternate interior angles are congruent. As we can see, they both are the obtuse angle with these intersections. We can also see that C and D are alternate and they're interior, and these are both the acute angles with our intersection. So alternate interior angles are congruent, and the same thing will be for our alternate exterior angles. Let's say we had angle E and angle F. They are alternate, they're on opposite sides of the line, and they are both exterior because they are on the outsides of their intersections. So angles E and F are congruent. They are also the same as E and A. This is the same type of intersection, it's just on the other line. And then our last one would be angles G and H are congruent as well because we see that these are both the acute angles in our intersection. They're alternate because they're on opposite sides of this crossing line, and they're exterior whenever we're talking about our transversal. So this is a shortcut when they do give us just one angle and we get to that part with proofs and they want us to prove why an angle is whatever, we can say because they are corresponding alternate interior angles or alternate exterior angles. Okay, and that's it for lesson 30. Not much to it. Lesson 30 really is a review of geometry. Make sure that you go ahead and save that page in your book with those postulates. I believe it's page 135 if you have the Saxon 2 second edition book. But make sure that you save that because I do know starting lesson 30, they do start to kind of give you that type of homework, so be prepared. I hope this was very helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I'd love to help you out, see if there's anything that I can clarify even more with an additional video. If you did find this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. That'd be great. Let me know how I'm doing. And then to my Algebra 2 students, I'll see you guys in class.